Hi Aquarius, welcome to your love reading for March 1st through March 15th. Today I'm going to start with a reading for my singles, which if you tuned into my last love series that I did, the singles reading has a lot to do with the introspection and reflection, which really works with the energies it really works with the law of attraction to where you get back what you put out and working with those energies. And then I move into a reading for my couples. So for those of you who are now just tuning in, friendly reminder is these are generalized readings, which means not everything in the reading may pertain to you because it's not directly focused on you specifically. I am available to answer any questions, as well as I'm available to do any private readings upon request and can be reached at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Okay, so the first card in the spread represents what you want, and this is the Queen of Wands. First thing I want to comment on is the Queen of Wands has to do with the fire zodiac. So we have these extreme passions. We have the extreme highs. We also have the extreme lows. Everything about somebody who encompasses a fire sign gives it all their all, whether it's good or bad. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is very creative, someone who I keep wanting to go back to the passion and talk about how passion, somebody who works very close with nature, but also has a side that's very kind. But I also wouldn't want to trust them when they are angry. They can be very fiery. Okay, we have those extreme passions. And I think ultimately what you want is you would like somebody to come in and really spark that fire with you, ignite the passion within. The next card represents what you know. I think that since this is a Seven of Cups, that, you have been presented with different loves and loves that could have gone, in different forward directions. And you were really overwhelmed with generally what direction to take, what path to take. However, for whatever reason, you decided to go your separate ways because the fit just wasn't right. So the next card represents what we feel. And this is the King of Wands. So we have the Queen of Wands counterpart. The King of Wands is also, so we have those passions, extreme highs, extreme lows, passion in everything that they want, but also the need to be free. Very direct, taking control of situations. This is somebody who you could really lean on. The next card represents what the reality is, and this is the Ace of Cups. You're single. You're at a good place, though. We have the Ace of Cups, which represents an abundance of emotional opportunity coming your way. You can really take it in whatever direction that you'd like. The next card represents your weakness in the matter, and this is the Three of Pentacles. This makes me feel like you're starting over, that you're taking a different approach to this situation, one that you haven't really taken before. This also indicates that maybe you could be distracted easily by other individuals vying your affection coming into your life. The next card is the heart of the matter. This is the Three of Swords, which represents heartache and grief. This could indicate you're afraid to possibly move forward because ultimately you're afraid of history repeating itself and being vulnerable in that space again and being in that place of hurt again. I really think that heartache is one of the worst types of feelings that you could ever feel. But this is your strength, and this is the Wheel of Fortune. And how this works is, even though you have had your struggles as indicated in the Three of Swords, you also have the Ace of Cups, which is really working for you, and the fire of the King and Queen of Wands that you're really seeking. And you know that tomorrow is another day, so to speak, and that you can create whatever you want. You can always start over tomorrow. So that's something that's really driving you, is the ability to continue to move forward. These next two cards are advice cards, and we have the Ace of Wands and the King of Cups. Since we have all of these fire cards in here, this makes me wonder if you possibly already know this person who you want to have this new relationship with. The Ace of Wands has to do with igniting that creativity within you, a new idea, a creative way in which approaching, a positive relationship. We also have the King of Cups, which we have this abundance of emotion. The King of Cups, though, also has a hard side to him. I wouldn't want to cross him. So this has to do with approaching things in an open manner, but also in a way to which you stand strong and stay true to yourself, okay? The next card represents the outcome, and this is the Eight of Cups, and I really think that you're going to be seeking things in a different way, to where you're leaving the past behind to approach these new avenues. You're going to be looking for love, I think, in a different place, or love will present a place, in a place that you generally wouldn't necessarily expect it to be. And I'm really wondering if this new love interest is somebody who is already in your life, okay? I would really pay close attention to the fire signs that are around you, because I really think that this person is a fire sign that's going to be entering into your life. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com, and I am going to be moving into my reading for my couples. Okay. So it's very interesting. The overall outcome that I'd like to point out is we have the Eight of Cups. And I know that it's weird for me to start with that, and I just want to touch on it. I'm going to elaborate more in a moment, but the Eight of Cups is also the outcome that we had for our singles as well. But I'll get back to that in a moment. I just felt that I needed to touch on that. So The first card is the Lady, or the Empress, as we know her in a traditional Rider-Waite deck. And this indicates what you're bringing into this relationship. You're a goddess who is manifesting spirit into matter. You are fertile. You are in a spot where you are creating life. You're in a very creative space. And this could also indicate that, you're moving forward into that space where you're starting a family, or you could possibly already have a family in regards to this person who you're in a relationship with. The next card is where you are now in regards to the other person. This is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, even though you are in the space of the Empress, where you're moving forward with either starting family or you possibly already do, this can indicate that you have so much around you to be thankful for. However, there's something inside of you that feels like maybe there's something missing. The next card has to do with what you're getting out, what you're hoping to get from this relationship, and this is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a grief card, a turmoil card. This makes me wonder if you guys had gone through some really hard times, or maybe this is a situation that's still present that you're still recovering from. This has to do with also beating yourself up. Maybe you feel like you're very responsible for the situation that took place with you guys. The next card is the King of Wands, and this represents what the other person is bringing into the relationship with you. And the King of Wands is, we have those extreme passions with all fire signs. So, we have the highs and we have the lows. They put the passion into whatever they're feeling, either good or bad. And this person, wants to take control. This person has a lot of pride. And this person does take a lot of pride within this relationship. The next card is the Seven of Cups, and this represents what they're getting out of the relationship with you. You guys you're taking the approach where you really want to move forward, right? However, your partner is in a similar space as you. We have the 7 here and we have the 7 there. So what this indicates to me is we have a lot of indecision, but there's something emotional decision in regards to where your partner's at. But this could also indicate a disconnect and not really knowing what to do. And I think that this might have something to do with the situation that's represented with the 9 of Swords, okay? The next card is the 5 of Pentacles, and this represents what they're hoping to achieve with you. The 5 of Pentacles represents emotional poverty, also physical poverty as well. This could also indicate maybe some sort of affair that has happened. And I think that this situation is in direct correlation with the 9 of Swords and this pain that you happen to be feeling. The next card is the 3 of Wands. This is where you're at in regards to the other person, and this is you. Well, even though, we have this pain that we're struggling with, this is you wanting to move forward. You wanting to honor your commitment and with your partner and continue to move forward. These problems that we have here, it's not something, to where you would want to leave, okay? The next card represents how your partner sees you, and this is the World. I think that, when you're in relationships, you go through ups and downs. However, ultimately, your partner wants to continue, again, moving forward, and reach, that ultimate heightened state of relationship with you and continue to grow. But that brings us to the outcome, which is really interesting because we have the 8 of Cups, which traditionally means, leaving a situation. But since we have the 3 of Wands in the World, what this is telling me is that ultimately, I think that you're going to be able to leave what happened in the past, these feelings that you're going through, and be able to move forward, okay? I'm also going to touch on the physical aspect of your relationship. Okay. So what we have here is we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Moon, and we have the Five of Wands. This is letting me know that your physical relationship was strained. Also, I really want to say that maybe there was another person who was present that's causing these problems, which created a disconnect, which made you revert into yourself. And also, we have the moon, so that has to do with dwelling in deception, thinking, how could this happen? And with the Five of Wands, again, we also have another individual who I think was vying for one of your affections, watching, almost preying on this relationship, and it caused conflict, which created a disconnect. But ultimately, what I want you to focus on is that you guys are both willing to move forward. And ultimately, I think that you're going to be able to be in that heightened state and really be in tune with one another. But you're going to have to let the things from the past go to be able to start fresh and move forward, okay? So with that said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Thanks, you guys.